This video is going to be for you to fill out some pertinent information on how to access after game reports. The assigners as well as the league administrators really want us to focus on working with our after game reports, whether there's an incident report, whether there's not, inputting scores, anything at all that you have to keep track of. It's very important. This is one of the things that you should be doing on your checklist. Before the game, you should be looking at the games that you're assigned, where they are, and make sure that you're going to be there a half hour ahead of time. That means you might have to check the traffic reports. During the game, your responsibility is obviously the safety on the field of all players. Your job is to work together as a crew. Those are things that you're going to be talking about within your course. I'm going to help you right now really quickly with the after game. So when you go to the after game on menu option, you're going to then, after the game, see that the game shows up highlighted in green. If you click on that, it is going to bring you to your game summary page. Depending on the league, they might want the final score. Usually I put it in even if I'm not sure, just because at least then it's on record. So if something were to happen, they can always look back at it and see what you had as the score. There are also a couple of really important questions that you need to answer. Number one, was there a crew change that was needed? So were the officials at the game different than the ones listed above? Sometimes that does happen. If so, you need to select the yes option. If that option is yes, you need to provide any summary or notes. So for example, John Smith refereed the game instead of Thomas Demers. If that is a note that is important, you need to put that in there. Now I'm going to delete that because this is already a game. The next question, does the game need administration attention? And really that is, you have to think about the importance of what happened during the game. If there is an incident report, so if you had a red card, a yellow card, if you ejected a coach, or if there were problems with fans, I would say you're going to select this because you want your assigner and the administrator to look at it. If you don't check that, it doesn't red flag and go to them. So make sure anything important is listed here and is selected yes. Now, if you have a caution or any misconduct of any kind, or if you had to postpone the game, or stop the game for weather or any other extenuating circumstance, you need to write an incident report. And we are going to work together in just a moment in the third video on how to write an incident report. So in that case, you will check yes. Lastly, be sure to go through this and reconfirm that you have filled out everything that you need. Make sure that if you have an incident report that you select yes. Any special notes down here, you can include our special team player passes. So sometimes there will be players that are coming over from a different team on the club. You may want to list that there. Remember, if that's the case, you don't necessarily have to have the admin with attention to it. It just has to be listed for future reference if something happens liability-wise.